Mary was jolted awake by a sickly grey morning that seemed to leach the color from everything around her. Brian, her beloved husband, was nowhere to be seen, leaving behind an empty house that seemed to drip with malevolence. A faint knocking drifted up from the basement, a sound that promised something sinister lurking below. Her heart pounding, Mary descended the rickety stairs, each step groaning in protest. What she found in the gloomy basement made her blood run cold. Brian was there, huddled in the corner, the only light casting an eerie flicker across his face. But he was different now, covered in blood and cradling two small, lifeless bodies. "Help me," Brian wheezed, his voice barely audible. Mary recoiled, fear clutching at her throat. But before she could react, the children vanished, snatched away by an insatiable darkness. Brian was gone, and the basement was now a gaping maw of despair. Mary remained there for days, besieged by terror and confusion, surviving on the last scraps of food she could find. She prayed for Brian's safe return, but knew it was a futile hope. As the days wore on, Mary's sanity began to crumble. She sliced her flesh in a desperate bid for control, only to watch in terror as her blood turned to ash before her eyes. Her food now sat on the plate untouched. She was trapped in a nightmare of her own making, where the very fabric of reality was unraveling. Her attempts to escape proved fruitless, the door to the outside world leading only back to the basement. Mary fell to the ground, drained and hopeless, only to hear a voice whispering in her ear. The words began as a faint murmur, barely audible, but soon grew into a cacophony that shook her to her core. "You are in hell," the voice hissed, its icy breath chilling her to the bone. And in that moment, Mary knew that she was trapped, her soul doomed to suffer in the eternal darkness of her own personal abyss.